everybody. Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. Hope you enjoyed that smile you just saw there from our boy Tyler. I'm Kim, and it is, oh God, and it is Monday. So hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Really sorry that it's Monday because everyone hates Mondays. So sorry about that. We've got a lot of info for you today.
Am I right, fellow corporatists?
Oh boy. That face though, that was scary. All right, well, we got lots of info for you guys today. There's a lot of shit going on. And it's making Kim a little salty, not gonna lie.
Talking in third person?
Yeah, I really did. See, when I get salty, I talk in third person. Crazy people. Yeah. I mean, what?
All right, so Ottawa, the police have decided to cut off any type of refueling, any type of assistance to the truckers because it's now become an occupation, which like I'm just looking for consistency. Hey, if you're gonna say one is bad, we'll say the other is bad. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Hey, you want to see something cool? I'm over here. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about GoFundMe officially canceling it. And some of the hypocrisy that GoFundMe they've now tipped their hand. Oh, you can't see me. The fuck? My face is up here. And yeah, some of the hypocrisy that is GoFundMe, and like I said, the things that they've decided to show, and some of the supporters that they directly supported. I know what I'm trying to say. Shut up. And oddly enough, it's someone that we talked about earlier. How weird. And then, yeah. So I guess before we get into that, of course, we're on YouTube, we're on Rumble, on Spotify. Hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Hit the Rumble button, share it with your friends. Do all that type of stuff. Oh, that's perfect. You can't see me playing with my nipples.
Oh my God. This is my husband, guys. Jealous. You should be. See, a lot of y'all don't know, or, well, it depends. If you're a regular listener, you do know. But if you're new here, welcome. Our boy Tyler here is also a truck driver. So if you see a bunk in the back, well, that's why. Oh, see, there it is. Whoa. Also, if you see that the sound isn't quite matching his mouth moving and he looks like he's in some Chinese dubbed movie, that's why. He's far away. So, connection isn't so great all the time. So just kind of deal with it and laugh. Yeah.
Land of the free, home of the shitty internet.
Yeah.
It's dog shit. This blows my mind how bad it is. Okay, so let's get into this first one. So you ended up pulling up this article.
Yes.
And yeah, so
this made him angry.
Lead.
Okay.
All right. Okay, stop with the third person on this slide.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
We're gonna go back to the past and slap all the women that talk out of line. And not play the shitty games that suck ass.
Okay. All right. So I came across this article that made me very angry. So it says Ottawa mayor is talking about the situation with the convoys and is officially declared a state of emergency on Sunday over the convoy protest due to serious. Serious says are. Oh my God. That's fucked up there. Anyway, he says that it's completely out of control. that the individuals with the protest are calling the shots and they have far more people than they'd have police officers. The chair of the city's Winnipeg Police Service Board is warning the siege is part of this group is a threat to our democracy. She told the emergency
The
public
siege.
she told in an emergency public meeting. What we're seeing here is bigger than just our city of Ottawa problem. This is a nationwide insurrection. This is madness. Madness, I say, madness. Sorry.
Insurrection. You know, there was a certain event. I think they call it Fed Day now, where the government gets to, suck their own dick in terms of, look at what happened. This is an insurrection. Not the occupying of cities, not the destruction of property, not the actual movement to have police removed from being able to police their cities. No, not the actual overthrow of a. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Overthrow the government.
Yes, 100%. Stating that it has snowballed into an increasingly organized fight against COVID-19 public health measures and Trudeau himself. So far, the Prime Minister, Mr. Trudeau, hasn't had much of anything to say whatsoever since his, what do you call it, clusterfuck that came out of his mouth last week. Yeah.
Which one?
That fucking horse shit that I couldn't even finish listening to. Which is, I guess, fair enough. There's a lot of them. So they start talking here about how the group started rolling in big rigs, pickup trucks, and other vehicles into Ottawa's downtown core late last month around the Hill. And, all the horns blasting and fireworks going off. They're terrorizing the 24,000 locals who live in the vicinity. Ottawa police said that it has counted 500 vehicles Sunday in the city's red zone. Ontario Premier Doug Ford. Yeah, terrorizing, the incessant horns, which I will say that in the beginning, they were doing the horn thing a little too much, but they have calmed down since then. So, relax your tits, okay? Anyway, so Mr. Dougie Doug here is now calling it an occupation. It's clear that the protesters are digging in for the long run. He stated how they've had barbecues, they got fire pits going, they have stockpiles of food and toilet paper and fuel. Well, yeah, good. So then we have this Diane Deans.
Diane Deans.
The chair of the police service board said on Saturday that the protesters are emboldened. Oh my God, I can speak. By the lack of enforcement by every level of the government, which to me is almost stating or saying they need more government, they need more government people in there.
Really? Faces up here.
So they have stated that the demonstrations have not led to violence. Okay. So it's been very aware, that there hasn't been violence due to their demonstrations that they're doing. It's very peaceful. But the Ottawa police released a statement on Sunday saying that the force is investigating more than 200 calls to its hotline for hate-motivated crimes. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't even know if I believe it.
Hold on. I'm still here. I'm restarting my webcam because it do be annoying, though.
Okay. All right. Well, while you're doing that,
it do be annoying.
So then they also talk about how the department said between Saturday and Sunday morning, the officers issued more than 450 tickets. It has also warned Sunday that anyone caught bringing supplies to any of the demonstrators, like gas, now could face arrest. Do you guys hear this? Can you realize what's happening? Can you hear it? So now anybody who's helping out the demonstrators that are there, you're going to get arrested for helping them out because they want them gone. But, Black Lives Matter and all the other protests that were going on, that was cool for it to stick around forever. It didn't matter. They would riot, they would destroy things, violence. Cool. But no, we got to get these people out of here. Oh my gosh. So
Oh,
dramatic when
yeah.
it goes out and comes back in.
Well, but it's interesting that they're saying, well, but there's been no instances of rioting. There's been no instances of violence. But apparently that's enough. Like, okay, the occupation. Okay, yeah, if you're occupying a territory. See, the thing that because like I said, I just want, if you're going to apply the standard to one, okay, then you have to apply the standard to the other. And it's interesting that these people are saying, hey, we just want our lives back. Like, this is, you would think that, like, Black Lives Matter, the workers unite and all their rhetoric. Well, wouldn't you guys support that? Like, why does it look like I have a stroke? What the fuck? Oh. The fuck is going on here? Why are you giving me a
I think it's
stop?
I think it's the way that the angle that you're at or something. I don't know.
It's like, that's bugging me. All right, so I have a stroke, I suppose, but it's just like, but they're political goons. Like, they like, a lot of these people don't live in the real world. They come from, they go into school, they enter a university, and that is all they. I can't unsee me having a fucking stroke. Buggy, unstroke me. What? Maybe I did have a stroke. Okay, so
all this Trudeau shit just really pissed you off. Eh? No
but
feeling.
but it's just a lot of these people, like, that's what they all they live is academia. They don't live in the real world. They don't have an appreciation for the people that, like, do actually contribute to society. I honestly, I don't think that they're intelligent. I really don't. I actually think they're the overwhelming majority that thinks like this is bad or can't see the double standard. I honestly, I don't think that they're all that intelligent.
I just don't. Okay. I could understand in the beginning, maybe people didn't understand why people didn't want to get not vaccinated or flu shot. I really hate saying vaccinated because it's not a vaccine, but whatever. Anyway. So I can understand I guess the ignorance in that because, nobody wanted to ask any questions or understand or whatever. Everyone just wanted to attack. But, these truckers finally decided to stand up and like little by little through these past 2 years, we've lost so many of our freedoms, so many of our rights that it honestly is extremely concerning. And finally, you have people who were standing up and deciding, okay, this is not right. We're going to take a stand. We're going to stop this. And we're going to fight for Canada because what this is turning into is no longer Canada. This isn't Canada anymore. And, it's so many people there's so many people that they're cheering along for it at first, but they don't even know. I don't know. Ooh, yay, semis, yay. But not really understanding or caring what it is that they're actually going to do. Or you have the other people that are all about the aboutisms, like what about me? What about me? What about these people? What about those people? Instead of just focusing on the task at hand right now. And the fact is, like, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I really don't. If you believe in getting the flu shot, if you don't, or the COVID shot, if you believe in the mandates, if you don't believe in the mandates, anybody, you should be able to open your eyes and realize what is happening right now. Like, you have a peaceful protest that's going on. These people have left lanes open for emergency vehicles for people still to get around the city. They've been polite. They have, shown compassion. unity for one
But
another.
okay,
And the way that they're going about this, they stop the GoFundMe, they stop all this other shit. They're doing all this stuff. They're going to ticket people for helping them. And yet our prime minister bends a knee to Antifa and rioters and like, what?
well, okay, so this is see, I don't want to keep kind of rehashing the same type of, like, the thing is people can see, people have phones. I just seen someone saying, some dumb dickhead talking about, well, isn't this like a credible threat? Look at what the truckers are doing. Like, someone broke into an apartment building and tried to start a fire. And someone had asked, "Oh, who are you with?" Well, I'm with the trucking convoy. My suspicion, I don't know this, but I have a feeling that person is not. Like, I'm skeptical of that. Could someone have done it? Absolutely. But to see them say, like, well, the people that were protesting that had the swastika and the Confederate flag, they threw them out. They kicked those. They said, "You're not part of this. If that's what you're bringing here, yeah." So, and everyone has a cell phone. How come those aren't being posted everywhere? How come you're not seeing that everywhere? Why? Like, why not? Why? Like, that's all I'm asking. Like, hey, if it's happening, absolutely broadcast it. Let it be known.
Well, right.
I don't think that's an unreasonable request.
Through the whole Black Lives Matter and everything, that's all you saw was videos of nonstop fighting and people throwing shit and fires, and like, it was insane. And this, I haven't seen one yet. The worst thing I seen was poor old Terry Fox holding the flag. I mean, then they're
Well,
literally taking over hotels there. Like, they're kicking people out who are part of the convoy and stuff.
the government. Well, apparently there's reports that the government is actually buying up hotel rooms or telling hotels not to rent these people. Which,
Yeah.
This is where, like, the uninformed and the uninitiated, the people that literally have no idea what's actually going on, and then decide to say, well, because I know nothing, I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna give my opinion, even though I have no clue what's going on. I not only do you, like, you don't even skim through an article, you just look at the headline and say, oh, well, that's exactly it. Oh, that must be what's happening. But it's the same regurgitated, type of crap. Like, we have so many articles brought up, GoFundMe saying that the organization it's violent and on all this type of crap. Well, but again, just not to pick sides, but if you're going to favor one ideology over the other, okay, then you clearly are biased. You can't say you are unbiased or you don't have a political leaning and say, well, yeah, I'm okay if anyone protests, as long as it's what I approve, which, our government seem to allow. And, I was thinking about this today. So there's a big thing in video games now where things that were free and part of the game are carved out and then they're charged back to you later. Like, hey, if you want, Mortal Kombat, you used to get you could unlock the characters, unlock the skins for them, and it was part of the game. And now you have to pay for it. Oh, well, you want Goro? Okay, well, that's $7. Like, but that was free. Just give me give me what I signed up for, and then just leave it at that. Not, oh, well, if you want your freedoms back, just do this. Well, then those aren't freedoms. That's the thing. A freedom means something that is inalienable. Something that cannot be taken away is a freedom. Driving a car is not a freedom. Driving a car is a privilege. And I don't understand where that is so hard to understand. If it is like, I don't know. It's like, it's just to see the type of deception that happens. Post the videos. Show them. Show the world. Post it on Twitter. Everyone keeps saying, oh, these people are violent and they're destroying everything. Then give the proof. That's all I'm asking. Hey, if they're saying like, hey, look, these guys are running around with Canadian flags and the whole protest has now turned into a violent assault on the parliament. Maybe I shouldn't give the government any ideas, but I'm sure they've thought of already doing that. So, but
Yeah.
If that is happening, yeah, call it out. That's why I don't disprove. Yeah, like everything we talk about. I have fucking 14 pages of shit to talk about. But so, just
okay.
Then just show the proof.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. So to continue on with this article, so they had talked about how, because of emergency measures and stuff, about deploying the military. So it was stated by Trudeau himself that one has to be very, very cautious before deploying military in situations engaging Canadians. 100%. I think if it would go to that, oh God, I gotta say, if it would go to that, I don't even know. This is just bad, you guys. But anyway, so there's even people who are in the States. So you have the, what is he?
Oh, it's the Attorney General.
There we go. Thank you.
Ken Paxton, yeah.
Yeah. So Ken Paxton, I guess he was talking about how they have a bunch of Texans, patriotic Texans, who donated to the Canadian truckers using the GoFundMe. And he had stated on Twitter that this BLM backing company went woke, froze the funds, and failed to deliver Texans money. Today, I assembled a team to investigate their potential fraud and deception. Texans donors will get their justice, which I'm going to say, I think it's pretty awesome that, I mean, we've already seen it in the forms of trucks that have also been helping block the borders and stuff like that, American trucks, and also going to their own DC to protest. So you see a lot of people who are becoming united together. So you have people in the States who are not only, doing with their trucks into help, but they are also donating money. So, however, but then somebody makes the comment that, what's it called?
Yeah, it was like,
as a senator and patriotic, polite Canadians, I hope you won't mind if I point out that we are a sovereign nation with a democratic elected government, she wrote. And that the ideal of American dollars funding a group that seeks to oust the government might raise some questions here. So because the Americans, no, I really don't, because apparently I can't English all of a sudden. You can do it for me.
Well, and to an extent, I will agree with her. Oh, okay, I'm turning this off. This is pissing me. Sorry, I can't do it. So they're gonna have to look at you. I don't know why it's so fucking laggy for some reason. It's really bothersome.
I think I'd rather watch the Chinese dubbed Tyler version than the no Tyler version. It's scary here all by myself.
All right. So, okay. So I'll try restarting it and let's see what happens. This is America. Fix your fucking shit. Get your shit together. Fucking. Oh. Okay. But so it's just, it's interesting to see. Like, you know what? I will agree with that. American companies, we don't know necessarily where this money is coming from to fund it. I'll agree with that to an extent. Yeah. And if they're saying that they're trying to overthrow a government, I don't know how much I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you see me? Is it just spinning?
Not yet. It's just spinning, but just let it spin for a while. So, along with this article, like it went into a lot of different points, as you can tell. But another part that they had mentioned in the article was something that we had discussed in our last podcast about how O'Toole was pieced out. Hi, baby. And officially, Conservative MP Pierre Poilievre has said he is going to be running for prime minister. So he has
Oh,
been.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. See, I suck at this. But he has been one that I've seen many videos on where he has been very for this whole Freedom Convoy and the truckers and stuff like that and Canada's freedoms and been very against the mandates and stuff. So I have to say that I, for one, am quite happy that he is going to run for prime minister, considering the fact that he has previously stated that he didn't want it. He didn't want to do something like that. He didn't want to go into that high. But I guess within light of this whole situation and things that are happening and Canada being, well, in trouble, he's decided to step up. So it was kind of cute because the U.S. Rep Paul Gosar, whatever, had made the comment that Trudeau just got a competitor, an actual competitor.
Well, and so this is the I think the big thing that like I've said before, Canadians are a bunch of fucking, like, the moral superiority, the condescending type of attitude, and it doesn't look good. It looks really gross. The I know more than you. Oh, well, you're just like, I had an exchange with someone, and they had made the comment that you're a trucker. What do you know? And I said, that's a pretty condescending fucking thing to say, considering the type of thing. Like, I look into things. I bring, as always, I bring receipts to what I talk about. And I said that was condescending to us. Just assume that, well, because you have a degree in some. Hey, you want to talk about degrees? Okay, I have a degree in business management. I run 3 fucking businesses. I'm doing stuff. While there's people that are in the intelligentsia are saying things, shit like that. Well, I have a degree in journalism.
Cool. I like how when you said you had a degree in business, you fixed your glasses at that exact moment. It was just kind of priceless. I have a degree in business. Bitch.
I have a degree, fuckface. Yeah, I have a degree too.
Insert mic drop.
So, but just because you have a degree in something doesn't make you smart. Like, that has never been a thing. Like, everyone, oh, well, I have a degree in philosophy. Cool. So you can, what, you understand fucking Nietzsche? Good for you. Like, that means nothing. But it's in terms of this. So I guess with the feeling of, like, moral superiority is that people think that, oh, well, they're dumb truckers, they don't know anything. No, I would say some, yeah, but it's just like any group of people. They're good and bad. They're smart and dumb. It's almost like they're people. Who would have thought? It's incredible.
What is that?
Yeah, but to see, like, because, and it's interesting. Like, Pierre's down there talking with these people. The people that have said, you don't know, like, I won't even offer them a voice. They don't stop existing. Just because you say, hey, you're not going to shine a light on them, I'm not even going to give them the time of day. They're not even worth it. Okay, those people don't disappear. You welcome them in and you say, well, this is why your idea is wrong. Who knows? If you actually have an open mind. Like I said, I am skeptical of everything. Oh my God.
What?
What the fuck happened to you?
What do you mean?
Your image is all gross. It's all pixelated. Holy shit.
I think it's just you because I look fine to Mia.
Okay, well, as long as I still look okay, but
Yeah.
But so, like, these people don't disappear. When you push them out, and this goes for anyone, this goes for, the BLM, the leftist side, and for the far right extreme. When you ostracize them, they do not go away. They're going to, if anything, they will seek approval from somewhere else. And that is where you get the extremism.
What I don't
That is
understand,
actually extremism.
what I don't understand though, is that, well, it's not even just I don't understand. What I find gross is that you see all these protests going on, and the extremists and the Antifa and the rioting and the vandalism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you have our prime minister who would go and sit down and talk with them, see what it is that they wanted, let them be heard, take a knee with them, but then, oh God, don't do that. I hate those. Anyway, but then something like this, he doesn't have the time of day for it. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't want to hear. He ran away like a freaking coward.
That is not a leader.
No, it's not.
That is not a leader in the like I've said this before. That when that happened, when he kneeled to the ideology that he aligned with, that is not a leader. That is not anyone. If you're looking for a leader, that is someone that would stand up and say, this is why I think this is wrong. But they're also open to learning.
Yeah.
But when you literally say, I am not even going to meet with these people. And you know what? I was thinking about this. So there were people that were posting on Twitter pictures of gasoline jugs and propane canisters. And they were caged off. But the police were saying that they were just out in the open, and they were, going to use them for bombs, and they're stockpiling them to blow them up. Like, okay. In Seattle, they did the exact same thing. Oh, fuck off. As if you just did that. But in Seattle, they did the exact same thing, and no one said anything. So it's again, it's this double standard. You are not a leader when you bend the knee. You are also not a leader when you run away. A leader looks at as Jocko says, like, a leader listens up and down the chain of command. It's like our government, and Jim Watson, Doug Ford, Justin Trudeau, a lot of the fucking Liberal Party just lockstep say, we're okay with this. It is incredible, because now I am getting suggestions from the transport minister, that Omar Algebra, whatever the fuck that Hey Arnold fucker is. Sorry, I think you're pretty good with not swearing, so I'll try. But that Hey Arnold fellow, where people are saying, oh, thank the truckers that continue to do their work, not these protests, not these Karens. Like,
yeah, you remember the comic that they had? There was like a cartoon sketch of a bunch of semis with Karen hairdos on them, and it said the Karens are coming or some shit like that. But honestly, once Trudeau made that comment though about people holding unexceptional values or whatever, unacceptable views, bye. At that moment, you are a tyrant. You are a tyrant.
You've any respect, and to be fair, any respect that I had for him, and trust me, I didn't have respect to begin with. It was gone. If he went out there and actually talked with them, say, hey, this is why we are implementing this stuff. But we are a democratically elected country. Yes. Hey, you know what? Simons, or whatever the hell your name was, I'll agree with you. We are a democratically elected country. So when a majority, when a large vocal group is saying, this needs to stop, we want this to stop, and the government is saying, no, charge ahead Anyway, you want us to stop? Not only do we have the military backing us, which, you know what, to be fair, I don't think the military would back you. Oh, but we have the police. No, actually, there's a lot of police that are not backing you. Oh, well, we'll tow the vehicles away. They're not doing it either. So you do not have community support. You actively have people saying, we will not enforce this. Well, so you are not a leader. A leader can listen to their troops, can listen to the other opinions, and would say, you know what, I've made a mistake. But they will never, ever say that, because that's how they see themselves as leaders. Leaders don't make mistakes. That is such horseshit. Leaders make mistakes all the time.
Well, did you say they have like farmers and stuff like that that are joining the fight now too? Like they had one big, like one of those big tractors. Yeah, they had like one of those big tractors or whatever that was literally pulling a camper behind it, and he went from Saskatchewan all the way to Ontario. Like, yeah, they have like tractors lined up and stuff like that, 100%. Like, and the fact that they're right now, they're like, okay, well, let's freeze their GoFundMe. Let's make it so everybody gets their money back, so they can't have any money anymore. Let's arrest the people and ticket the people who are trying to help them. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You have moved from being a democratic process to being a tyrant, to being an authoritarian. Compliance at any cost. Literally, you will shut down your own country. You will jail people without due process. That is not a democratic society. That is a tyrannical society.
Yes. 100%.
No, it's incredible to see. But so with that GoFundMe, let's get into that a little bit. I hiccuped. So this was directly from GoFundMe. So the leftist organization that, like I said, they've shown their hand. So we are automatically refunding your Freedom Convoy 2022 donation. GoFundMe supports peaceful protest, and we believe that was the intention of the Freedom Convoy fundraiser when it was first created. However, as a result of multiple discussions with local law enforcement and police reports of violence and other unlawful activity, the Freedom Convoy fundraiser has been removed from the GoFundMe platform. The update we issued earlier enabled all donors to get a refund and outlined a plan to distribute remaining funds to verified charities selected by the Freedom Convoy. Oh, we're going to get into some of those charities that they support. However, due to donor feedback, we are simplifying the process for you. Force a charge back. Go to your bank, go to your credit card, and say, I would like a chargeback. It'll cost them money. That's it. So the one part of their terms of service, so Section 9, so it says the legal defense of alleged crimes associated with, remember these words, hate, violence, harassment, bullying, discrimination, terrorism, or intolerance of any kind related to race, ethnicity, national origin, religious affiliation, sexual orientation, sex, gender identity, gender expression, serious disabilities or diseases, financial crimes or or crimes of deception. Okay, so that is what will get you kicked off of GoFundMe, also
I don't
known
see
as
any of those, but okay.
But okay. So who's one that GoFundMe has directly supported? Riot Kitchen Food Truck. This is on GoFundMe right now. It is still active on GoFundMe. There are many, many more that you can go look up. So this is just a little excerpt from it. So we're Riot Kitchen, and we're a no-charge kitchen serving protesters, activists, and movements, and those in need in Seattle, Washington. What happened in Seattle? We were founded by some fuckhead, a queer black woman. That's weird that they have to say they're queer. Isn't it a person of color? I thought it was person of color.
You know what? I thought you just said that. I didn't even realize that it was actually in their thing. A queer black woman. Huh. Okay. Anyway.
But it's supposed to be, but that's a descriptor. But they're a person of color. Oh, okay. So we started out by wanting to help feed the protesters at the George Floyd protest in Seattle All right. So Jennifer Schreier is organizing this fundraiser, blah, blah, blah. So listen to this. CHOP. We built a full functioning kitchen in Cal Anderson with a experience, and you put an "and" ahead, with an experienced kitchen staff and array of vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian, and other dishes. These include vegan meat kebabs. Well, that's a contradiction because they can't be meat kebabs if they're vegan, so they'd be vegan kebabs. A plethora of hot and cold sandwiches, vegan sloppy joes, vegan chili mac, vegetarian chili mac, vegan and breakfast and meat breakfast sandwiches, vegan, vegetarian meat burritos, and much more. So this fundraiser is run by direct support of Fuckface and her word, namely whatever, her grandpa. Okay. So if you scroll down a little bit more, so they have been extremely busy in the past couple of weeks in supporting protests in both Seattle and Portland, feeding the revolution. But go cuck me. Hate, violence, harassment, bullying, discrimination, terrorism is an actual like overthrow of a government. Isn't that terrorism?
Right? And they were all defund the police and fuck, like, I mean, but that's okay, right? And so that's
But
okay.
so we'll continue on. So this has become apparent to us that achieving justice for Black lives. Okay, so an ideological motive. The movement and food equality is a larger operation than we ever anticipated. One that crosses state lines, city, and affiliations. We know from our time in the CHOP, it's weird that they changed it from CHOP because an autonomous zone is actually a direct attack on a country. When you try to seize land from another country, that is an attack. But all right, whatever. So it's important tool for this revolution. They've said that twice now, a revolution. One, to de-escalate and nurture this movement. We love you all. Your strength, drive, and support means the world to us. We are inspired by the crowds who won't bow to the oppression. Fuck me. You could almost put the exact same thing for the Freedom Convoy, couldn't you? We are inspired by the crowds who won't bow to oppression. You mean from an oppressive government, right? Who show up in the face of danger. And most importantly, the Black leaders of this movement. Black Lives Matter. Look, they even say no justice, no peace. Okay, let's scroll down. Who donated? Who donated to this organization? Look at the... Do you see that? You see that, right, Kim?
Wait a minute. GoFundMe actually donated to this? Like GoFundMe itself?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they promoted it. They said as part of like our Give Back initiative, they directly funded an organization who has inside the CHOP. Which, you know what, we're gonna rekindle those flames in your mind that have puttered out.
I swear to
So
God,
from the
the more stuff
post-millennial
that goes on, I'm just getting more and more infuriated.
Oh. It's the hypocrisy. It's the double standard. You know, yeah, murder, death, destruction is okay if you're BLM, but if you just want your life back, it's weird. And I said this earlier. This is a workers' revolt. They are saying, we just want to go to work. We're just trying to do our jobs. Hey, BLM, hello, communists, you know, the workers unite, like anything, like...
You know, you can literally sit there and, okay, the government is bad. It's built on racism. You know, defund the police because all police are evil. And you know what? That's okay. They can even take up residence and in the freaking state. Oh, I can't even remember where it was. The freaking, I don't know. What the hell is that? CHAZ, whatever the fuck it was. They could do all that shit and that's okay. You have this. We're literally fucking GoFundMe is fundraising this because why? Because this is a race issue. But God forbid, nobody is allowed to talk about COVID or go anywhere against it. And the funny thing is, you have at one time, if you were to say last year that if you were to get the vaccine, you could still contract COVID and pass it on to other people. That would be considered misinformation, where now it's actual fact. And you can't say any, like, no, well, those are the facts now. But then there's so many things that they said before that was considered misinformation that is fact now. Anything you say against COVID, whether it's, I want my freedoms back, I'm against the mandates, I don't think it works, I don't want to get the flu shot, I don't want the fucking passport, anything against COVID, the government is going fucking crazy.
Hold on. Can you pull up, there's a reason why, can you pull up that thing from Facebook that I sent you? The Justin Trudeau of 10 years ago. The one that, so
I can't even.
While you grab that, so this is from the post millennial. So it's a GoFundMe supported Antifa-occupied CHAZ CHOP even after people were murdered. So, promoted the illegal Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone in Seattle, Washington during the height of the summer of 2020 riot that broke out in wake of George Floyd's death. As detailed by Jack Posobiec on Twitter, GoFundMe tweeted an advertisement publicizing one of the many crowd funds set up in the CHAZ CHOP, which was established by BLM supporters, local gangs, and elements of Antifa. All right, so what happened in CHAZ? The utopia that Go Cuck Me supported. Oh, from the Big Black Talk news station. One teenager, 16, was fatally shot and died after being taken, and another one taken to hospital. A 16-year-old and a 14-year-old. Their vehicle was riddled with bullet holes. So the zone, initially known as CHAZ, and now called CHOP because the government was actually looking at sending the military in. Oh, so although the site was initially occupied by hundreds of peaceful protesters, it is the fourth shooting. 4 shootings in a 6-block radius in the last 10 days. Chief Carmen Best from the Seattle Police Department said they had found a white Jeep riddled with bullet holes near one of the concrete barriers to CHOP. She also accused protesters and residents of not being cooperative with our request for help and said the zone was now not safe for anybody. Again, so GoFundMe, hate, violence, harassment, bullying, discrimination, terrorism, or intolerance of any kind relating to race, ethnicity, and so on and so on. This is still up on your page. Still there. And many, many more. What else happened in beautiful CHAZ CHOP the Utopia? Assistant Chief Deanna Nolette, news conference, she said community members have told police they have been subjected to barricades run by armed individuals running them as checkpoints into the neighborhood. She said, while Washington is an open carry state, there is a constitutional right to bear arms. There is no legal right for those arms to be used to intimidate terrorism, intimidation, typically to a populace, to force Okay, I get it. Okay, not terrorism. Okay. Just clarify. Not terror. That's not terrorism. Okay? Don't get it confused. That's not terrorism.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try not to get that confused. Yeah. I'm a little confused though.
Murder of multiple people, not terrorism, in an occupied zone where the police are unable to get in, not terrorism.
No, because you know why? Because it has nothing to do with COVID.
I guess. I mean, put the shoe on the other foot. What does it matter? Okay, but so
Let me
all
know
right,
when you want this
so
video so I can
okay,
vomit in
so
my mouth again.
I'll finish this and then all right, so yeah, so there's no legal right for arms to be used to intimidate community members. No one at these checkpoints has the legal authority to demand identification from anyone. Nolet also suggested there have been acts of extortion. We have heard anecdotally reports of citizens and businesses being asked to pay a fee to operate in this area. This is the crime of extortion. And again, urging people to call 911. So isn't it? It's incredible. The first thing, CHAZ, CHOP, the revolutionary. See, I guess. I don't know. It's totally legal and legit is my understanding. But the first things they set up was the police, which they wanted to defund. Borders. They set up borders, which they oppose. Unless it's Kyle Rittenhouse that crossed state lines. It's funny, state lines only matter when it's the other side, not their side. That's when it matters. I get your logic. I don't get your logic. So there were reports of rape, sexual assaults, but it's weird. The things they literally wanted to remove, they did. Police, taxation, borders.
And leaders.
I don't get it.
No, but
Guys up
definitely
here,
keep a
fuckface.
GoFundMe going for them. So, because that's
Oh, and
cool.
we have more. We have more. All right, so play that little video if you
If I have to.
yeah. So it's a little shitty. I don't know how else to try and actually get the. I've been trying to find the actual clip, and unfortunately I can't. So you got to deal with this. So fire it away. Oh, fucking shoot myself.
Yeah, sorry, people. Here we go.
Openness, of respect, of...
Hold on, let's start that again.
This country is a country of openness, of respect, of compassion, of the rule of law, of the rights of the individuals, of freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from crime, freedom to love who you want and not be judged for it, freedom to do what you want with your body. This country is a...
For a short little clip.
Yeah.
For a short little clip, I agree with that.
Yeah. Who'd have known he'd be such a fucking hypocrite?
Exactly. Like that's the
Just
point.
for votes, baby. Just for votes.
Yeah. I think the expression that I think of is it's easier to fool someone than to convince someone they've been fooled. So let's get on to this next stuff. So GoFundMe. So the Freedom Convoy, is a terrorist group. Is the reports of violence. Okay, do you remember this lady? So from Andy, no, and trust me, he has much more information on this. And speaking of Antifa, the peaceful demonstrations, a gay Asian man was beaten by Antifa just because of who he is, because he reports and calls them out on their bullshit. So, do you remember?
This is like PETA hurting animals to make a fucking point.
Yeah, the hypocrisy. Yeah, an Asian gay man. You think he'd have some cred with them, but no, because he says you guys are thugs. All right, so GoFundMe allows the campaign for a violent Portland Antifa member, Alyssa Azar. Does that name ring a bell, Kim?
Well, it does, because we talked about her in a previous podcast.
how the Canadian Anti-Hate Network openly supported this person.
Yeah.
So, so she can raise cash after she was indicted on felony and more. Her attack on people at a park was caught on video by Melissa Lewis, who has tried to scrub the video. So you can see that beautiful individual. So, in the circuit court of the state of Oregon, the above-named defendant, Alyssa Eleanor Azar, accused by a grand jury of County of Clackamas. Sorry, get a better name. The defendant, on or about June 18th of 2021, did unlawfully and knowingly, while participating with 5 or more persons, engaging in tumultuous and violent conduct, thereby recklessly creating a grave risk to causing public alarm. The defendant, on or about June 19th in Oregon, did unlawfully and recklessly create a public inconvenience, annoyance, and alarm by engaging in fighting or violent, tumultuous, and threatening behavior. Unlawful use of a stun gun, tear gas, or mace in the second degree. The defendant, on or about June 18th, did unlawfully and recklessly discharge a tear gas weapon, mace, pepper mace, tear gas, and another deleterious agent against another person. So, but go cuck me. Violence. No, nothing. And there's tons more.
It's so funny. The way that you just moved, it made it look like you were grabbing like a bottle of something and pouring yourself a drink.
Oh, I fucking wish. Okay, so again, more stuff from Andy. No, so when they occupied a hotel and demanded $200,000 for them to occupy a hotel, So at what point, when they settled in Seattle for 2.5 months, where the mayor was saying, "Oh, it's just a peaceful protest. It's going to be a summer of love." Tell that to the people that were literally killed because of your inaction. But that's okay, right? Go cuck me.
Of course. As long as it's for something other than COVID, they'll support it, right?
All right. So another one. It's spelt. So I'll spell it out. Below. God damn it! Hold on. No, you rat bastard. I'll spell it out. So, I think Mike Tyson actually runs this organization. Crime Inc. No, there's a list. It's a list. You have to say it with a list. It's Crime Inc. Crime Inc. I didn't know you could spell a list, but apparently you can. What did they do? Oh, recover from a catastrophic fire. Okay, and then again, like I talked about, a hotel that they had burned down or that they had occupied. And GoFundMe, that was still left up. Support for the Minneapolis Sanctuary Hotel. We can keep going here. For 3 suspects arrested and charged over the bloody felony vandalism of a family's home for the purpose of witness intimidation appears to violate the site's policies. Suspect arrested for bloody vandalism of Derek Chauvin defense witnesses' former Santa Rosa home. They got the wrong fucking house. So, but hey, mutual aid for community activists. They look for $10,000. GoFundMe still has that up. What? No, not this side. So they have made their position very clear. By all means, I'm demanding. Well, I've already demanded my refund, and not only because I initially donated $50, I now donated $100. Fuck you. How about that? Fuck you.
Agreed. Well, there's that other place that I had heard. Oh, what was it? Give, Send, Go or something like that. They've said that they're going to be supporting the convoy and stuff like that. So if what I read is accurate, then people should be sending their money there because clearly they're not a bunch of fucking assholes. So High
See,
five, give, set,
gives.
go.
Let's see. See, trucker Convoy. I'm just looking this up right now. Last I seen, they were almost at $1 million in like one day.
Nice. You know what? I wondered too, because when I heard about like the whole GoFundMe thing, like offering refunds back, what was it that Elon Musk gave? Was it like $4,200 or
42,000.
42,000? Yeah. So $42,000. I wonder what he would do. Like when he got the money back, like I wonder what his thoughts were on that. If he was like, fuck you, I'm gonna send it someplace else, or like what a slap in the fucking face that is.
Well, now there's potentially a class action lawsuit against them because they are actually defrauding people. Like, the AG from Texas, the governor of Florida is looking into it. There are many states that are now looking into their business practices for fraud. So, you just Streisand effect the fuck out of this.
Good.
That's
Good.
what you played yourself. You played yourself. That's what you did. You played yourself.
Good job, fuckos.
Okay.
I know for me personally, I'm never going to put anything into GoFundMe again. I would rather ask somebody else. Where else can I send the money to?
Done.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll say it for full transparency. I used GoFundMe for a campaign when we almost went bankrupt. We were that close to bankruptcy because of a massive, massive breakdown with our sending. So, you know what? Now, no, I'm not interested. So,
Bye,
all right,
Felicia.
So we have this quick little article from CTV News. So, tow truck companies are rejecting Ottawa police requests for help. Ottawa police want tow truck companies. They phoned around. They've asked people to get these vehicles out of here, and they're saying no, they're not doing it. Yeah. So local towing companies are rejecting Ottawa police requests for help towing the Freedom Convoy trucks out of the downtown core. A source told CTV News that even if police decided to tow the trucks from the downtown streets they have been clogging up for the past week, they wouldn't have enough tow trucks to do it. The source also said police are considering launching a criminal investigation into whether intimidation of the tow truck companies is leading to their lack of cooperation with police. So, they think that the Freedom Convoy is saying if you tow these vehicles, something bad's going to happen to you.
Oh, come on. Like they are literally trying, they're fucking grasping at straws here. They're trying to find anything and everything they can to try to shut this down. They are literally using any force they can to try to tell other Canadians that these people are bad, that they need to be stopped, that they're doing this, that they're doing that. Like, people, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Look at the people that the government has been supporting. Look at the people that GoFundMe has been supporting. Look at the freedoms that we're losing. Like, open your eyes. Stop being so blind and just fucking look. Sorry, this gets me very angry.
Yeah. So, all I'm saying is, if it's happening, bring the receipts, show proof. This is all speculation. It's incredible. It's guilty by like public opinion. Where's the proof? Just that's all I'm asking. I'm not, if this is happening, then let it be known. They hyper focused on one fucking flag. That was an absolute travesty and it needed to be shut down because of one flag. Oh, sorry. I don't want to be corrected. 2 flags that were both kicked out.
Yeah. Get your numbers right. There were 2.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's just incredible. All right.
Like I even said before, like when the whole George Floyd thing was going on, or the CHAZ, aka CHOP, aka whatever the fuck, peace, love, summer of love shit. Anyway, when all that stuff was going on, you saw videos upon videos upon videos of these horrible things happening. People getting beaten up, people like fires and rioting and stuff like that. Has anybody else seen any of that with any of this convoy stuff? Has anybody? Oh my God, they're honking their horns during the day, and they're not even doing it at night anymore. They left a lane open for people to try. Those bastards. They are animals, I tell you.
And and I've said, like, yeah, if you're honking your horn at night, yeah, you're a bit of an asshole. Like, you want public opinion on your side.
Yes. Which that part I agree with.
That is where the battle is won. It is not won in Parliament. It is won in community support. And there has, a lot of people are saying, like, so this is where I'm, like I said, if you're hearing one side and they're saying it's nothing but bedlam and chaos and death and murder and that, the barbarians are coming over the hills to come and rape and pillage our women and young and all this. And then you have on the other side, they're saying, no, it's peaceful. Nothing's going on. But the ones that are down there are saying, like, I don't understand. Like, this would be a political suicide for Pierre Poilievre to go down there. If he was saying, no, it's perfectly fine, then people would say, no, you're lying. You're a liar. And you're going to be the leader of the Conservative Party, and you're endorsing this. You're endorsing the vigilante, the death and destruction and all that. You're supporting that? His career would be done.
100%. So many people have said that this presentation that they've been having there is like Canada Day times 100. Like, there's just so many nice people around. There's music, there's speeches, there's, there's so much
music,
fun and kindness. Yeah. Yeah. But it's got to be stopped.
So, like, but this is what I'm like, the hypocrisy. That's what I'm going to point out here is the hypocrisy. Okay. If it's one thing and I'm hearing another thing, okay, then maybe there's something in the middle. Maybe is there instances? I don't know. I'm not there. But the people that are down there are saying, no, it's not happening.
Well, you haven't seen receipts to the contrary. That's the thing. You haven't seen the videos, or you've been hearing the odd person on Communist Broadcast Corporation or CTV or whatever the fuck saying these things, but you haven't actually seen any sort of receipts. You have not seen any sort of videos of people showing these things at all. So
people have cell phones. People have, they have Ring doorbells. Right? The Ottawa police, they have drones in the sky.
Like, you're going to tell me that, what was it, like fucking 40 people on a train station is going to film somebody getting raped, but nobody's got a cell phone through this whole convoy? Nobody has got a cell phone showing video of somebody doing something bad? Bullshit.
Well, and like I said, I'm skeptical seeing that video of someone saying, I'm with the Freedom Convoy. And they're trying to light an apartment on fire. Like, that would be the dumbest thing you could possibly do to try and garner support. Let's burn down, and they tape the doors shut.
Oh my
doors
God.
shut. That sounds like Antifa to me. That is Antifa.
100%.
They did that all over. They did that to the CNN building. They started a fire in the lobby. They did that to the governor of California. Or was it California? Sorry. See, all this shit just blends together because it's just nothing but fire and rape and pillaging with them. So I don't know. But they did it to one of the it was either the mayor or the governor. The condo that they lived in, they set it on fire.
But of course,
does that not sound
like
they've done this before? $2 billion in insurance damage.
Yeah.
They maxed out. And people are saying, well, they have insurance. They can just get it back. Insurance doesn't cover rioting.
No.
That is a fault of the city. So no, those people are out. They've lost their business. They've lost their livelihood. There were videos over and over of Black people, men and women, saying, they're not from our community. Why are you here? They had to lock arms for a grocery store saying, you do not live here, go away. So who are you supporting? Oh, it's just a convenience thing. Oh, black people are too dumb to think for themselves. That's why they need voter ID. But they're too dumb to get but they're too dumb to get no, sorry, I have that backwards. They're too dumb to get any type of ID, so they need to be given ID. But they have to get a COVID passport identification because they don't know how to use the internet. That is the most racist thing. That is racist. Saying black people don't know how to use the internet? You're a piece of shit.
Agreed, 10,000%.
You know, there was that firefighter that served his community for I think it was either 20 or 30 years, and he was building a sports bar. What did BLM do? They burnt it down. While he was being interviewed, people were in there ransacking it and they were stealing his safe. And he was crying, saying, why are you doing this to me? All in the name of BLM. Oh, so proud. You're fucking thugs. You're thugs.
Yeah.
So, you know, and we've seen that over and over. So, no, that is their MO, to cause fire and destruction. And it's interesting. Like, I'll say this directly to the Antifa groups, the Canadian Anti-Hate Network, who they support. You're the government goons. You're the stooges. That is literally what you are. You are the stooges for the government. So for the same people that say that Canada is inherently racist, Canada should be destroyed, US is founded on racism, therefore it's racist. You're the government stooge. That is what you are. You're a useful idiot. So, you know, again, you played yourself. You look like a fool. So I would think that person that set that fire in that apartment, Antifa.
100%. 100%.
I will eat my ass if I'm wrong.
You better do some really good yoga stretching before that. I don't know if you can reach it.
No. No. All right. So,
That's really hot.
So there was something that I had brought up regarding like COVID, like the, you know, 2 masks, 1 mask, no mask. If you get it, you're good. You know, just how many games of Simon Says can the government play with its citizenry to make you look like a fool?
So many, apparently.
So this is from the National Review. CDC recommends putting pantyhose over your face along with a mask. Do you
Seriously?
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has finally recognized, look at this, we talked about this exactly, recognize that the masks that they've had everyone wearing for the better part of a year are largely ineffective because aerosols easily go around the top and the sides. Almost
don't
like they
say.
Hold on, but it gets better. It gets better. Their latest communication is placing a sleeve made of sheer nylon hosiery material around the neck and pulling it up over either a cloth or a medical procedure mask, or using knots and tucking it to fit a mask closely to your face. They're literally telling you to put pantyhose on your face.
I think I've seen a porn like that once. Where a guy had pantyhose on his face.
They run places like this.
I know. Well, in all fairness, the porn that I seen was the guy breaking into somebody's house. So.
Yeah. So they came up with these techniques and experiments with mannequins in a lab and have not tested them on actual humans. Hey, CDC. I'm just a stupid trucker. I'm just an idiot. I just have a business degree. I'll tell you right now, it's the dumbest fucking They're telling you to put pantyhose over top of a medical mask. And you know what? And I brought this up that the masks aren't that effective. Like cloth masks, they don't do anything.
Hold on.
They literally don't do anything.
They tested this on a mannequin, something that can't breathe. They're like, let's test this on this. Let's see how they handle it.
Yeah, I downloaded the document. All right, so the findings of these simulations. So look at what they even said. The findings of these simulations should neither be generalized to the effectiveness of all medical procedure masks or cloth masks, nor interpreted as being representative of the effectiveness of these masks when worn in real-world setting. This is a fucking hypothesis saying if you have a medical mask and you put something on that makes the mask fit tighter to your face, it's just common sense, right, Fauci? It's just common sense. Put two masks on. Put pantyhose over your head. It's just common sense. And then look at this beautiful, beautiful part. Also in their warning, double masking might impede breathing or obstruct peripheral vision.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Again, I know. I'm just a dumb truck. What do I know? I don't know anything. It just makes comments. You look, hey, Ethan Klein. Don't even have to think about it, dude. Carrie, I have to think about it, dude. Like, are you out to lunch? Like, are you huffing your own? Like, are you using like old used panties that a lady has shit herself in, and you're like huffing her farts?
Oh, I bet it smells so good.
Oh, it probably smells like dust. Old people are gross.
Hey, man, you got some of those for like? It's got little kids pantyhose. I can see.
No, Joe Biden, stop it! Stop it!
Oh shit! Sorry.
Come sit on my hairy knee. Come sit on my hairy legs.
Come on, kids. I can be your Santa Claus. Come sit on my knee and tell me what you want for Christmas.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what comes up.
Come sit on my lap and we'll see what pops up first. Great. Okay, so I have nowhere to put
so
this.
dramatic. Sorry, like every time you move, it like zooms way out and then comes way back in again. See?
Right,
so dramatic.
So, Kim, I want to ask you something before we get onto this last part.
Oh God, what?
Is climbing Mount Everest racist?
Well, hold on. Hold on. This is one of those like store clerk things, right? Like if a black person and a white person come into the store, who are you going to serve first? And whichever answer you have is going to be racist, because if you serve the black person first, you want him out faster. So clearly you're racist. But if you serve the white person first, then you don't want to deal with the black person. That's clearly racist. Hold on. Oh God. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is full of snow. Hold on. Mount Everest is full of snow, thus making it white with big points, so it looks like Ku Klux Klan. Yes, racist.
Shit, I didn't even think of that. It's a KKK hood. So they're trying. Okay, so I didn't know where to put this. I seen this and I left. So as of 2020, this is promoted by GoFundMe. This is promoted. This is on their Twitter page. They promoted this. As of 2020, there have been more than 10,000 summits of Mount Everest. Only 10 black climbers have stood on the top.
Because they're not as stupid.
And that's, I think Joe Rogan had a bit about this. Like, what you won't find chasing Bigfoot? Black people. You'll find a lot of dumb white guys looking for Bigfoot. You won't find black people. So they'll just say that's stupid.
Right? They're probably sitting there watching the white people climb Mount Everest going, look at those dumb fucks. Like, you can't fucking breathe up there. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah. No, I got my purple drink. You can't taste food. I want my fried chicken.
Drank. Get it right.
That's what I said.
You said drink.
That's what I said.
It's not drink.
Oh, sorry. I'm
drank.
right. I'm white. I don't want to culturally appropriate black. Isn't that their language? Remember when they tried to make black an official language?
Oh, I remember that. That was quite a while ago. I remember that, actually.
Yeah. So Full Circle Everest is on a mission to change that.
Hold on.
Not just of conquering a massive feat, not doing it yourself. Give me money so I can go climb stuff. I mean, like, if you're good at it, then you'll do it. Man, look at those wrinkles. Holy fuck.
Or if you're dumb enough to do it, then you'll do it. I mean, I guess there's so many people out there that are like, they're thrill seekers, right? Like, they want to do the impossible, to say, I did the impossible, I survived, fuck you. Which would, I'm not going to lie, that would feel absolutely fantastic. However, I ain't going to sit there.
Getting up Mount Everest? Come on.
Say that again? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You're fat ass getting up Mount Everest? Come on.
Fuck you, I'm skinny as shit. Look at this fuck. I look anorexic already, you fuck. Yeah, my fat ass is going to go up there. I can barely breathe as it is, but I'm going to try and go up the however many 1,000 feet, 10,000 feet, and,
10,000.
I don't know. I was looking at
It's
numbers.
About 30.
Okay, well.
It's about 30,000.
That's about how much I weigh. I'm just kidding.
So maybe they're trying to mount you.
Ooh. All right. Well, okay. I like being pounced on, so.
Okay. But it's typically a bunch of white guys that do all the stupid shit. Like, it is very rare that you see, if this is a racist statement, then bitch, get my hood. Because you don't see people doing stupid shit where they try to kill themselves. Like, it's typically white people that have a fucking want to have a dance with death.
Well, yeah, you don't see black people jumping off of fucking houses into a pool to see if they can make it in. No, they're like, oh hell no. Yeah, I'm gonna take the elevator down and walk in like a normal fucking person. You crazy ass white bitch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know where to put that. I seen that and what the hell? What is Mount Everest? Remember that Mount Everest is racist. Put that on a shirt. Climbing Mount Everest is racist.
Yeah, hold on. I need to fucking write this shit down. I need.
So,
where's my freaking thing here?
Mount Everest is racist. So yeah, with that, do you have anything else to say, or?
Hold on.
No?
I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
Is racist. New shirt.
Yeah, Mount Everest is racist.
Boom. Done it. All right. No, I don't really have anything else to say. I just got to say that, like, I'm so disappointed in people lately. Like, I've been really disappointed in people for a long time. And I think, I don't know about a lot of other people, but I'm definitely one of those people that hold people at a certain standard, I guess. And I feel like if I feel like it's wrong, or I see the unjust or somebody suffering, I know my heart goes out to them. I am a very empathetic person and I feel for them. And when I see other people who are very cold and mean and heartless, I don't know how to deal with them. Selfish, yeah. I don't know how to deal with them, and I don't understand people like that. I really don't. It's like me trying to understand somebody who hurts an animal. I can't. It's not possible. Like, it's no, or a child. Like, I can't. And there's been so much that has happened in these past 2 years, and I will say, when this Freedom Convoy thing started, like I had mentioned before, it was the first time in years that I actually felt proud to be Canadian again. I felt people finally coming together and uniting and seeing what the government is doing right now to try to put a stop to this. And the things that they actually support. Like, again, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. If you're pro convoy, if you're against the convoy, just open your eyes. Look what the government is doing to try to put a stop to something that is a peaceful protest. People just trying to be heard. And if you think that this is okay to treat people this way, I don't know. I can't.
Where's your moral barometer, Steve Harvey? Huh? Where's your moral barometer? Huh? Maybe you should get your not really. It's just Steve Harvey says that. He says like atheists.
I know.
Where do they get the moral barometer? That's
true.
Yeah. Maybe you should go look at that book, and maybe that'll give you some answers. Maybe being tolerant. Maybe accepting. Maybe not judging.
I don't know. I find it so sad that people don't know how to think for themselves, and how people are okay with people being so mean and hurtful to one another. That is not something I will ever be okay with. I don't care. I really couldn't care less who the person is, what they've done. I can't stand for suffering of a person. It's not right.
Yeah.
And what's happening right now is not right. And people are standing
immoral.
up. Yeah. And people are standing up. And I'm so proud for the people that are standing up. And I am proudly one of the fringe minority. 100%.
Yeah, with unacceptable views. So actually, one thing I did want to say, and then we can get out of here. So there was the convoy in the States. And you know why the police didn't intervene there?
No.
Because they were worried that the protesters were armed.
Well, yeah, you can't worry about that in Canada because they took all of our guns away and Canadians just handed them over. They're like, okay, take away our guns. We're cool with that.
Like, I've seen people post things like, on Facebook, like, oh, this marks the 10th anniversary that the UK banned all guns. Now look at where they are. The crime hasn't changed. There's still violent crimes. Like, just because you ban a gun, a criminal doesn't go, oh, well, it's illegal. I guess this is off. No. But it was just interesting to see. In Canada, the police are looking at stepping in. There's reports of police arresting people right now. There's, if you're bringing fuel in, oh, well, you're going to be arrested and fined.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, whether they bring them fuel, they bring them food, toilet paper, anything that helps make them stay there, they'll get arrested.
So I'll part with this. Those are the same officers that you are reliant on saving your life because you do not have the ability to save your own life. You have a duty to retreat. You don't have the right to protect yourself, to protect your family, to protect another citizen, an actual, a neighbor, a friend, to protect your community. You're not allowed to do that. And that is, you are beholden to someone else that decides whether they intervene or not. Whether they have mercy on you, whether they're going to do something for them to actually be selfless. So think of something like that. Look at what happened in Australia. The government, because they knew most citizens do not have guns. They do not have a way of protecting themselves because of stuff like that.
Well, and they put so much fear into them that they were actually, the media put so much fear into the Australians that they feared COVID more than anything else. They feared COVID more than losing all their freedoms, everything.
Well, again, you played yourself. There was a poll that was done. So kind of the liberal, like today's liberal, not traditional kind of liberalism. They were asked, what do you think the death rate of COVID is? And typically those that were heavily on the left would say 50%. While conservatives, more traditional liberals, were saying like 3%. So it shows which side just listens to their own garbage. The media is dying, and I honestly believe this is them in their death throes. So I don't know. All right, let's. Actually, hold on. We haven't even. I would love to hear people's opinions on, like, do you see the hypocrisy and the double standard in this type of stuff? Like, have you changed your mind with like GoFundMe and with the stuff that they've decided to do? Is this an organization that you'll support or not?
Or even were you not pro the convoy before, but now after seeing a lot of the stuff, now you are? I'd be interested to
Or
know.
maybe the other way around.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah. My drink is empty now. So see, this stuff makes me so angry. I drink a lot. Anyway.
Yep.
Thank you everybody for listening to our opinions and what we have to say and letting you know what's going on in the world today. If you're a returning listener, thank you. If you're new, well, welcome. And hopefully you'll hit that subscribe button and like and come back and hang out with us again. You can catch us on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're also we have a Facebook group, Instagram. I already said Twitter. Oh, and Getter. Yes, we're on Getter now too. And fuck you, GoFundMe, and fuck you, YouTube. So we're out. Have a great week, and we'll catch you on Hump Day. Bye.